Nostalgia Critic just did a Fox Kids review, and I got really excited because I knew what was coming.
And then there's Angela Anaconda.
My name is Angela, hey hello!
Yes!
Welcome to my very own show! I'll introduce my friends to you!
Right. Most people still hate that show.
Did any of us actually watch this show?
No!
Yes! For most of you who haven't been following my videos or watching my channel, I'm not ashamed to admit that I'm a huge fan of this show. I watched it as a kid, I still love it as an adult, and I'll be the first to acknowledge it's not a great show. And yeah, I think most of it comes down to the animation. But I feel the need to defend it a little bit just because I really do think it gets more hate than it deserves. Some of it is fully deserved, believe it or not. And most of it I think centers around the animation because it is awkward and the designs are not very consistent and it moves in a very stilted, jerky, wooden way. But the content is really not as bad as everyone makes it out to be. For those of you who've never seen an episode, the formula of the show is essentially this. Angela gets in trouble, revenge fantasy, Angela gets out of trouble. Simple. The animation style, as well as the theme song, do make the show look a lot meaner spirited than it really is. And part of that is in the theme song, Angela mentions 3 times in 30 seconds how much she hates Nanette. I think that's hilarious. So it does make it look like that's the whole point of the show. That's just most of it. But in the theme song, Nanette doesn't really do anything to deserve her hatred, whereas in the show she actually does. The show so accurately captured this feeling of being stuck in an unfair world with people who make your life a lot harder than it needs to be, processing your anger, and using that to turn the tables and stick up for yourself in a small, funny, and meaningful way. I know most people hate the show, and thanks for hearing me out, though. Well, you can't please everybody.